All right. I think this is our final one of these segments before the NFL season is in full gear. Uh, make or break seasons.
Mm.
Are these players in a make or break year? Do these players have anything to worry about? Third version, third time we've done
Difference.
this.
Yes.
I think this is about all I got. After this, I think I've pretty much ran out of guys. We've talked about a lot of make or break seasons, but the first player, funny enough, is Hollywood Brown.
It's probably close to a make or break year for him.
So I would say off the rip, you already being questionable on what were you worth the first round pick right now? Like
Mm.
the fact that he could already be considered a bust.
A bust. Yeah.
And now you get to go play with Patrick Mahomes and
True.
and you like
In this offense, yeah.
and you are first round talent. You got drafted in the first round. I mean, you don't have an excuse.
No.
There is because what I got, he had 574 yards on 51 catches and 4 touchdowns last year.
Those are Odell numbers.
Yeah, those are
current
numbers.
Odell numbers.
Hasn't had 1,000 yards since 2021.
Yeah.
And former first round pick playing with Patrick Mahomes. He will have absolutely no excuse.
I don't expect, again, like you said a few minutes ago, I don't expect him to be wide receiver 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure how he'll be utilized on this team, but he definitely needs to be a go-to player. He cannot make mistakes. We're getting close to Kadarius Toney not really being that much of a factor anymore, and
sadly.
Now, Hollywood's struggles weren't as bad as Kadarius Toney's, but they both have the same issue of not being able to catch shit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like they're kind of both on the chopping block, and
so
I think KT has a little more talent than Hollywood does outside of catching.
I guess the question is, so like make or break, like is break like so if your expectations are a great wide receiver 2, a great slot receiver, and he he exceeds your expectations, that's a make.
Yes.
But are you still, if you're a first round wide receiver and you have to basically be delegated to a second or third option
which
on an offense?
If they get CeeDee Lamb, it's very. I mean, now on the offense, once they get Rashee Rice back, he'll probably be a third option behind Kelsey and
if
Rice.
You are delegated to a third option as a former first round pick, and that is the best way to utilize you. That's their best way to utilize you. Are you considered a bust or what?
Now he'll be considered a bust, but I think by when we say obviously he'll never be what he was supposed to be or what he was in
Tyreek Hill.
Exactly. So he won't reach that ever from on this path. But I think make or break. I think break for him could be out of the league in 2 years if he doesn't have a good resurgence or a good next few years. Or at least kind of just being a guy who bounces around he forever, Cole Beasley.
He needs to prove he's reliable.
Yeah, he needs to prove he's reliable. He needs to prove that he doesn't need to prove he's a first-round pick. He doesn't, because he's not. He's no longer playing for the team that drafted him, so it doesn't really matter what he does.
And it's also if Kansas City doesn't use him like a wide receiver 1, like he's supposed to be the first option, then what
we can't hold him to that.
Expectations would we have?
Yeah, exactly. But now if he makes a shit ton of mistakes and drops a bunch of passes and just isn't good at all and they feel like they can't utilize him, then sure,
If
whatever.
it's like Kansas City with Kadarius Toney, where it's like, all right,
Yeah,
obviously we're trying to
you're a
get you,
hindrance to this team.
we're trying to get you involved, we're trying to get the ball
Yeah,
to you,
because
and
you're
it's like
good.
impossible.
Yeah, like all you need to do is put the ball in your hands, and then you're good.
Go,
Just
just
figure
go.
out how to get the ball here.
Because
Then
I
we're fine.
promise you, like
You're fast as
KT,
fuck and you're shiftier than shit.
KT can go.
He can
But
fucking go,
the
and he
man
will
just,
break up anybody.
I just don't, I don't know if you put Hollywood under those type of lights where it's like, man, the Chiefs have really been trying to fucking use as much as Hollywood as they can, and
Yeah.
he's he has 700 yards next season.
Yeah.
It's really how Kansas City.
I mean, but I don't think 700 would be bad for him if he's in like a 3
if
role,
he
like
was
a third,
targeted the
fourth
most
option.
on the team,
Yeah, that's not good.
that'd be a problem. I'm saying I think it's obviously it's going to be how he plays, but I think a big role in this is going to be how Kansas City uses him.
Yeah.
Like it's the same thing. Like they decided to keep Kadarius Toney. They know what he can do. Apparently, he's been taking snaps at running back at practice.
Sure.
So
which is not terrible.
Yeah, it's not.
I mean, he's built like a Pacheco.
The man can move.
He can fucking
and,
really
the
move.
ball can
Why
just
is he a receiver?
Just put it right in his hands. Boom. Here.
Yeah.
The man. The
You don't
problem
have to
is
throw it to him.
the problem is he used to be in college catching the hardest type of ball, which
The
is
hardest ball you
fucking
couldn't
punt.
catch. Exactly. Yeah.
I don't understand
Punt's
how
the hardest.
KT.
You got a banana hook punt, and you're snagging all of them. Instead, you can't catch. You can't catch the best ball in football. You can't catch a Mahomes slant
ball.
pass.
Jesus Christ. But yeah,
What
I would say it's definitely a make or break year for Hollywood.
Yeah.
But
yeah, break in the sense of like, yeah, he won't even be considered on a important team for a while.
Deshaun Watson.
Somewhat, yeah. Just and that's just because like he hasn't had a lot of playing time, but it's just so much further down in his career from the last time we saw him healthy and out of trouble and on the field that like if he doesn't have a good year this year and he's full healthy, it's hard to like he loses that like, hey, you used to be good thing. It's like, no, you stink now. So yeah, if he has a good year, then I think that he can continue to have good years, but if he doesn't, it's kind of like, now what?
Yeah. See, that's the thing. I feel like if he can even stay healthy,
yeah,
and like doesn't have a fucking 4-12 year like his last full healthy season,
sure,
he will have plenty of opportunities after this.
Yeah,
but that's exactly what you said. I have right here. I mean, his last healthy year was 2020. He went 4-12 with Houston. He's played 12 games in 2 seasons.
Yeah, like it's like this is the last year where you can have any excuse for like, I was hurt, I missed the full season, this, that, the other thing, whatever. This is the last time where we're like, because we are 4 years removed from his last full season, and it's like, it could just be time that's making you worse or whatever the fuck. But yeah, this is, if he has a good year this year, then he could have more, but if he doesn't, probably not.
He was in some people's eyes at some point a top 10 guy.
I mean, I think he still has potential to be top 10 this season.
He has top 10 potential. He's supposed to be Cleveland's guy. I think if he is healthy, I'm going to take back what I said a little bit. I think if he is healthy, he needs to at least make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Make it.
They made the playoffs last year. Without him.
And is that not even more of a reason to
it's way more of a reason.
A healthy Deshaun Watson better make the playoffs?
Yeah.
I mean, I think
I think for this Browns team, it's like one of the first times where it's like, oh, this team is good. This team is better than like just having a cool quarterback or one good player or whatever. Like, no, this team has playoff potential with whatever quarterback is on the field. So honestly, I could see if Deshaun Watson has a terrible first half, them pulling him.
Yeah, because I saw this tweet. It was like, imagine seeing this 10 years ago, and it was like another tweet. It was like, The Patriots have more money to offer, but the Browns have more
Players.
chance to win.
They have a chance to win.
More of a chance to win to offer, which is just crazy now. The Browns
Yeah.
have more leverage to give you a chance to win than the
To win.
Patriots do,
Yes.
which is just hilarious.
And it's not even close.
How about Michael Thomas?
Yeah, I mean, I thought his make or break year was like 3 years ago, but sure. Like, yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. He's had his issues injury wise and then off the field or whatever the fuck, but
Well,
yeah, I don't know.
so 2019 was his 149 reception, 1,700 yard year.
That was what Drew's last good year.
And since that year, he's
Wait,
played.
can I guess how many receptions he has since?
Yeah.
51.
He's had 95 receptions.
Okay.
For 1,000 yards.
Yep.
And he's played in 20 games.
Yep.
Since 2019.
5 years ago. Yeah.
Since 2019, he's played in 20 games, 95 receptions, and 1,000 yards. So
and no one shits on this guy.
He's had almost he
and like I said, his make or break year was 3 years ago.
Now, mind you, has he had the best quarterbacks throwing to him?
No.
Absolutely not. But for somebody who kind of like I don't know, like if you are with Drew Brees able to put up 1,700 and 150 catches,
yeah,
you at least got to be able to like
muster up something.
Yeah, and I get it. If you're not on the field, you're not on the field. But like,
still 1,000 games in 20 in 20 games.
Yeah, bro's just bro is not. Bro is
putting
up.
But yeah, last year he's had all these weird like turf toe type injuries, like just small little injuries. I think.
Like Matt Collins has more yards than you in the last like however many years. Does he? Should we fact check that?
No, he doesn't. I think Mac has like 1,300 career yards, and he's played for like 10 years.
Matt Collins has not played football for 10 years. I'm fact checking that.
I don't think it's 10. Now. It's like I think it was like 2017. He was drafted.
Matt
2016 maybe.
He's
30. Yeah, 2017 he was drafted. He has 1,600 total yards, 131 receptions. Now, what is that since?
He's had in the same stint 1,340 yards, 105 receptions, and 9 touchdowns in 63 games. So yeah, when Matt Collins has had a better stretch than you.
Hold on. 63 games is different than 20 games, brother.
He only started in 23 of them.
True.
63.
He started a full season with the Rams.
That's what I'm saying, though. He was available.
Either way, both these guys stink.
I'm saying when Matt Collins is more reliable than you.
Sure, that's about it.
Yeah. You're entering.
But no, it's been so long since we've talked about Michael Thomas as like honestly, even as a receiver, like we used to talk about him. But he had one really, really good season in 19.
But that was supposed to be like
he was a top. That was supposed to be like the beginning of something.
He's building on that. Like now he's like he is elite. What are you gonna do next? Like and then it's just been nothing. It's been absolutely nothing.
Like no one will remember that name. Like he in the history books.
Sadly not.
Very sadly, but he will be like a Bruce Smith, where it's like who has the most sacks of all time? Like Bruce Smith. The fuck is that guy? He's known for having the most of all time.
Oh, Michael Thomas. Do you remember him?
Yeah. It's really like, he had that one good year when Drew's shoulder wasn't torn off his bone.
All right. This one might be the most obvious. Daniel Jones.
Yeah. I mean, with the way that the Giants are, maybe it's a make or break. I mean, they fucking paid the guy $40 million a year. So, but yeah, no, it's, again.
Yeah, but looking at some of these other quarterbacks' contracts, that's
But this is beyond a make or break because, the year that he got paid after was because Saquon had his best year, I think, statistically. They made the playoffs. They won a playoff game.
So 2022, that was supposed to be the prequel.
That was the finale.
That was
that was the premiere, the finale, the sequel, everything all in one.
That was the reboot and
Yeah,
then the reboot got canceled. Like it was
exactly. Yeah, that was
everything.
everything in one.
But at the
But yeah,
same
this
time,
year is gonna suck for them. He stinks.
it's not like he's been on the best team.
No,
And
he's on a bad team.
look, and if you don't want to admit it, it's fine. If you want to put up the shtick, it's cool. Daniel Jones is more of a meme than he is a bad quarterback.
Yeah, I don't think DJ. I don't think he's fucking horrendous,
Like,
but
he's
he
not the
definitely
worst.
is a meme
He that's the
for
thing. Like it's
just how goofbally he is. It's kind of like, I mean, they went from one meme quarterback to another. Like Eli was such a meme, but
yes.
Eli was never like a very bad quarterback. He's got 2 Super Bowls. He was pretty good,
Yeah, but
but it
see,
was like he's a meme because his face is dumpy and he looks all weird.
it's like he's not amazing whatsoever.
He's not worth $40 million.
No. But is he the fucking worst quarterback in the league?
No.
Is it like, oh my God, Daniel Jones, 32nd best quarterback in the league. They are going to be the reason the Giants pick first in the first pick next year. Like it's like
I mean,
don't know,
now he has potential to be the worst quarterback, but I don't think he is. Yeah, he gets memed a lot for that run where he falls.
Yeah.
But it's also like, dude, you busted out a 60-yard run.
It's
pretty sick.
That's the
like
big problem with that.
But that's the thing. Like he's a decent runner for who he is.
Daniel
But
Jones
I think we're going to see the Giants' true colors, and I think we're going to see his true colors this year. When it comes to no Saquon and how well, I mean, I think we know Malik is going to be pretty decent.
Well, see, that's my biggest thing. I think the biggest thing for him to avoid a break is building some type of early chemistry with Neighbors.
Yeah, I mean that has to be.
Let's be real. They're set on Neighbors.
That's all they have.
If Neighbors is like, no, I at this point, it's more of Neighbors like, do you like Daniel Jones? You like him throwing to you?
Yeah, no, agree.
It's gonna be up to
like, who do you want throwing him the ball? Exactly.
No, I like him throwing me the ball.
Malik's an LSU receiver. Clearly, over the past few years, that's done pretty well. So, yeah, I think they're putting a lot of stuff into Malik. Why they let him get into a fight, I don't know. That was pretty stupid.
Whatever. There's been a lot of fights.
Yeah, joint practices are never good.
Joint practices are always
They're
a problem.
way worse than like a preseason game or anything. It's always bullshit, and it's every single year. But yeah, I don't know. I think it is. I don't think it's fully make or break for Daniel, but with the way that the quarterbacks like with how many quarterbacks like have shots nowadays, and you can't really have a super bad year and be like on the same team.
I mean, he got hurt.
Sure.
Hurt, played like only 6 games. So I mean, like he definitely has shit like crutches to he definitely has
but when you
excuses.
Yeah, but the thing is when you get paid that much money, you're a lot easier to cut.
Yeah, I guess you get paid that much.
Like money. Russell Wilson was easier to cut.
That's the problem, though. It's like, bro, if Jordan Love has one shit year, it's gonna be like, well, we just wasted all that money.
That is true.
That's just,
like so far, like all the quarterbacks who have been paid like a lot of money haven't shit themselves yet. But also, a lot of these contracts are brand new. But yeah, Daniel Jones, Jordan Love could be one of those guys to really shit it.
I don't think he's gonna be a Daniel Jones. I think I will give him. No. I'll give him that. I don't think he's gonna be a Daniel Jones, but no, Daniel Jones building some type of chemistry in my eyes is the best way. Building some type of chemistry with Neighbors.
That's all he's got.
Establishing something with him. And the last guy for make or break. This is more of a personal one, but it's Diontae Johnson.
Yeah.
So
is he a Panther now?
He is a Panther now.
Yeah.
And he had his only 1,000-yard season in 2020.
Yeah.
And then he just never really broke through.
Also, we can put a little bit of this on a quarterback situation.
Now, he was on a very broken Steelers. He was just a part of a very broken Steelers organization.
Which, yeah, for them is still 9-8, but whatever.
But I do think that, okay, he's not on the best team, but he has a chance to prove that he can be someone that you can rely on. He can
Yeah.
come and help elevate Bryce Young's game. I mean, he can. It's not the same exact thing with Hollywood, but it is something where it's like prove you are a receiver that can be relied on.
Yeah.
Don't be that receiver that you have that 1 week where it's like, holy shit, here he
Yeah.
is, and then you go
Yeah.
the next 3 weeks without a
3 or 4
catch.
weeks. Yeah, exactly.
It's like just
Yeah.
be someone that you can rely on.
Yeah.
And obviously getting out of the situation in Pittsburgh, I think, was smart. Now
It
falling to
is
Carolina might not be the best situation.
not gonna help a lot, but I think Bryce, yeah, I mean, a lot of times, like we do the same thing, like when we do like power rankings and all that stuff. It's like the team had a really bad year last year, and they're kind of the same. It's hard for us to be like, yeah, we know they're gonna do great this year, but I don't see Carolina being as bad as they were last year. Bryce at some point needs to step up and show he's worth being the first overall pick. So,
First overall pick.
It's weird that like he gets a pass. You know, CJ's like, yeah, I'm fighting to be a top 10 quarterback, and Bryce is like, I'm trying not to be.
See, but
Drew Lock.
CJ set the standard early, and then it was like, all right, this is who you are.
Yeah.
Bryce, I mean,
Bryce never.
This happens all the time. A quarterback gets drafted early to a shitty team. You don't expect anything.
Exactly. And CJ kind of went the opposite way and flipped that. And was like, I don't give a fuck. And was on a pretty decent team and played really well.
But make or break year, I'd say this is your year.
Not yet.
This is your year to either be a receiver to be relied on or officially become a Jag.
Agreed. Yeah.
That's what I think it is.
Sure.
For the most part.
Not a Jaguar, but
yeah, just the guy.